Hello everyone, this is Myzzrym bringing you Zenith versus Net in the Group B of the Asia 2012. We already saw Zenith versus Orange in that group, and now we see Net from Indonesia versus Zenith, the big giant from Singapore, with a first pick Nyx Assassin. So we see the first ban was going to go for the Bounty Hunter and the Bat Rider, following up short after. Net deciding to ban up the Magnetor as well as the Tinker. So we have a lot of heroes open here, notably the Darkseer, notably also, well, the Undying, who is usually banned by one of those teams, but this time she's going to go through, and it's going to be a first pick Nyx Assassin. So Nyx Assassin, again, we see him as a first pick, so he's a highly valued support right now, and one of the reasons why he's so highly valued is because, well, as a support Nyx Assassin, he still forces the enemy to buy sentries, and this is taxing. It's really hurting the economy of the supports, who already don't have a lot of gold because they have to ward, they have to, get the TPs to counter gank and to save their allies. And by forcing them to buy some wards, some sentry wards, well, you may be delaying their mechanism, you may be delaying their bracer, their wound. So in the end, it really hurts the supports a lot, even if you're not killing them. Just by having the Nyx Assassin present in the fights, in the map, well, you are going to make them pay a bit more gold. So Windrunner and Chaos Knight are the second picks for Net, which is fairly surprising. I must say, Windrunner, we rarely see her picked so early. She is a very versatile hero that can go pretty much everywhere. She can do the hard support job, even if it's not very commonly seen. Most likely she goes on the offlane, but she can also solo mid. And, well, usually no one really bothers to ban the Windrunner because she is very versatile, as I said earlier, but she's also not a hero that is necessary, for example, for a big teamfight combo or for a big strategy. She is good all around, but she's not shining anywhere. So Chaos Knight is going to be the pick for Net also. So Chaos Knight, as we often see the Chaos Knight Wisp combo, a very annoying and aggressive combination, so a lot of ganks potential coming from those guys. Rubik Lone Druid is going to be the pick now for Zenith, and it's going to be the Wisp directly after the CK. So this is a fairly standard pick, Chaos Knight Wisp, but we rarely see the Windrunner picked so early, as I said earlier. So Rubik, again, a fairly versatile support that can do pretty much everything, and that has the ultimate to steal, well, other people's skills and also other people's ultimate. And we have the Lone Druid, who can also be either in the mid lane or the long lane, or even as the farmer in the safe lane. So let's see if Zenith are gonna put this Lone Druid in the offlane, or if he's going to be farming the Radiance pretty fast. An offlane Lone Druid and a safe lane Lone Druid works pretty much a different way because of the timing of the Radiance. If they go for Radiance, that is, of course. The Lone Druid can go also for the fast Maelstrom build, which we saw some teams do, which increase the attack power of the bear, and also it doesn't have the problem of when you have a Radiance. It's a very good item the earlier you get it, but the later you get, and the less effective the Radiance is going to be, because the burn effect is going to be almost unnoticeable in the late game. So why is it so good when you get it early? Is because the supports usually have no HP items at that point. They are running around with 800 HP, and just having the bear running around and having like 2.7k health at that point in the game, people won't be able to burst it down, and that means the bear will be able to harass a lot and force the enemies to back. So either take down the tower while forcing the enemy to back off because of the bear's Radiance, or just burn the enemies away while you're preparing for a team fight. So they are starting off with a bit of a disadvantage. So now we see the bans. It's going to be Tidehunter ban, a Queen of Pain ban, Disruptor ban, and an Invoker ban. So Tidehunter, again, a very big teamfight hero that, well, basically if you have a Wisp Chaos Knight coming in and you have a Tidehunter around, you basically have a big Ravage followed by Chaos Knight hitting everyone in the face with his mace. And Chaos Knight, the problem of Chaos Knight is if he doesn't get locked down an enemy hero, you have normally the Chaos Bolt and the Reality Rift to pick up one hero, but after that the Chaos Bolt, if I remember well, the cooldown is not very short. Actually it's 10 seconds, so it's okay. But he has no AoE ability, so the Tidehunter is supposed to provide that, the big AoE damage as well as stun. Queen of Pain also big AoE, and on the other side Disruptor, one of the best counter to Wisp, because, well, as I said earlier, in a lot of matchup, the problem of Wisp is he has the relocate, and the glimpse really hurts this. Whenever you relocate somewhere, Disruptor, if he's around, he can glimpse you back, and that is, you're going to TP back, and the Chaos Knight you just brought with you is going to be standing pretty much alone against the heroes he TP'd on. So it's going to be Storm Speed ban now for Zenith, so banning up 2 solo mid that are aggressive solo mid again. What I said earlier is Chaos Knight Wisp works very great with the aggressive heroes, the ganking heroes, so Storm Spirit can pretty much come gank from anywhere on the map. He just roll around and get to you, and then he uses the Vortex to pull you back and get you for a few seconds to not move, and this gives the time for Wisp and Chaos Knight to arrive. Same for Queen of Pain. She doesn't have the disable, but she can blink to follow up the Chaos Knight Wisp from, for example, behind the trees and everything. So it's gonna be a Brewmaster ban for the last ban for JoeNet. So Brewmaster, also one of those big teamfight heroes that can go well against any kind of aggression, because he's a good counter initiator. You go onto someone and the Brewmaster comes in, he pops the ultimate, and then he cyclones one of your hero for 6 seconds. So you're already fighting. If it was a 5v5, it's going to be a 4v5. Not to mention that the Brewlings are very hard to bring down, so you can't really focus down the Brewmaster's Brewling. And he has the stun, he has the Fire Panda walking with haste and hurting a lot. It's gonna be a Nature Prophet. So Nature Prophet, again, it's kind of surprising considering that Nature Prophet, the strong point of Nature Prophet is he is very mobile with the TP. But in the same time, Nature Prophet is a hero that likes to TP on the lane alone and then push the lane and split push all the way. But Wisp is one of the hard counter to Nature's Prophet, because whenever Nature's Prophet is going to do that, Chaos Knight Wisp can be just TPing around and kill the Nature Prophet. And same is with the Wisp Chaos Knight, for example, against a Tinker. So Nature Prophet, Tinker, and a Wisp. It's going to be Shadow Fiend now pick for JoeNet, and Tiny is going to be the last pick. So Tiny Wisp, a fairly common combo, but this time it's not going to be with the Wisp. We are going to see very likely to be a trial-in with the Tiny, or Tiny could also be solo middle. That is kind of an old school play of Tiny. Usually when we see Tiny nowadays, he's most likely played as a hard carry, so just in the safe lane, farming up to his Aghanim, to his Asud Kuras, and whatever he wants else. And we don't really see the Tiny in the middle lane with their Arcane Blink anymore. So let's see if this time Tiny is gonna go back into the middle lane, because Shadow Fiend in the middle lane is very vulnerable to burst damage. And if you put down a Tiny in the middle lane and he somehow manages to take down the Shadow Fiend, well, Shadow Fiend is going to have a huge hard time to just get back into the game. He's a hero that doesn't really have an easy time coming back on a solo lane. So 10 seconds left for JoeNet. We have to see what they decide to go for. As of now, we can see the Chaos Knight Wisp AA and Shadow Fiend on the solo mid, Windrunner on the off lane. We could also just see a Chaos Knight AA in the middle, and Wisp supporting the Shadow Fiend on the bottom lane and safe lane, and Windrunner on the off lane, Wisp doing the pulling and everything. So we have on the Zenith side, let's go over the players. We have, it's going to be XY on Tiny, Ice on the Lone Druid, Freedom on Rubik, Lux on Nyx Assassin, and A on Nature's Prophet. On the other side, we have Fate on Wisp, we have Hun Trash Player on Shadow Fiend, 993 on Windrunner. We have, oh goddammit, I have so much of a hard time to read the purple names. I'm colorblind, guys, so Domination on the Chaos Knight, and this is going to be Dun X1 on the Ancient Apparition. So the lanes are going to be for a safe lane Tiny, it seems, or is it? Tiny is going for Bottle Rush. Okay, so technically Nature Prophet can also mid. We saw Jayo do that a lot in the international, I think. the solo mid JO Nature Prophet. Nature Prophet looks like he's gonna head for the mid lane, and it's gonna be an off lane Ice 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 with the bear scouting everyone in the jungle. So GT, Jet, Jonet looks like they want to deal some damage to the Spirit Bear, but I really doubt that they will be able to bring him down. So aggressive Observer Ward already planted down on the top lane. And it looks like it's going to be a fairly common trial in mid and solo Shadow Fiend in middle with the Windrunner on the top lane. Windrunner actually getting blocked by the Trent, so losing a good amount of time and also taking a bit of a rest from the Trent. DD is going to get found by Rubik, so that Wisp has to be very careful. Only planting down the ward, and there we go. Sentry is planted immediately by Wisp to counter ward. And Xperium still standing around this DD rune. So on the top lane, Tiny is going to be able to farm as much as he wants. We have Lux who's going to do the pulling, as well as Rubik, who got the DD rune but then went away. And in the mid lane is going to be solo Nature Prophet against solo Shadow Fiend. So normally Nature Prophet shouldn't be able to kill the Shadow. Nature Prophet shouldn't be able to kill the Shadow Fiend alone on 1v1, except if there's a some very big mistake from Shadow Fiend. In fact, Nature Prophet normally shouldn't have so much of an advantage against Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend has a lot of burst damage coming from the race, and Nature Prophet will have to be careful because he doesn't have a lot of mobility spells or whatever, so he's slightly vulnerable to this Shadow Fiend. And in the bottom lane, it will be the Spirit Bear trying to pull down the creeps to his own tower to get the experience. And he won't be getting a whole lot of farm, but we have one of the oldest combo ever, like Chaos Knight Ancient Apparition, which is basically the cold feed into the Chaos Chaos Bolt plus the Reality Rift to make sure that the enemy doesn't run away and that he gets cold feeded afterwards. The ultimate from AA will also be able to pretty much support his allies from anywhere on the map. So for example, imagine we have a Wisp Chaos Knight gank on the top lane, and well, they TPS 2, there's already one guy here, and then there's the Ancient Apparition ultimate flying up all the way to the top lane as well. Ancient Apparition taking a bit of harassment from the Lone Druid, but it's gonna be fine. So in the bottom lane we have 3 creep kills already for Chaos Knight, 2 for Tiny, and in the mid lane is 2 for 1 and 1 for 1. Oh, Ice 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 taking a lot of damage. They are diving this, and nope, they're turning around. The Chaos Knight doesn't want to play too risky for the moment being. So the Cold Feet was used as well as the Chaos Bolt? Looks like it wasn't. Looks like they only used the Reality Rift, so they might not have been enough mana on the Chaos Knight. Remember he used the Chaos Bolt on the bear on the in the river in the beginning of the game, and Chaos Knight has only 240 mana pool at level 2, so he doesn't have a lot of mana to use, and also he already used 140 mana. Now they're diving in on Ice Ice Ice. Oh, Chaos Knight might be going down. He goes down to the tower. It's extremely bad control here coming up from the Chaos Knight, and the Ancient Apparition is switching the aggro from himself to the creeps. And this is a huge blunder when you get an aggressive, when you go for a tri-lane against a solo lane. The worst that can happen is your carry dying, and this is what just happened. I mean, Chaos Knight offering his life to the Lone Druid basically, and Lone Druid even dying afterwards, so that means he also gets the experience, not only the gold from the first blood, but the experience. The only difference that he has right now, he has no bear for 130 seconds, so it's gonna hurt him a bit, but he's already very happy with this sword, I guess. 11 creep kills for the Tiny, only 7 on the Chaos Knight, and Windrunner getting mana burned away by the next assassin. She will have to be careful because, oh, she actually goes for Power Shot level 1, so she doesn't have an escape mechanism if she needs it. So Shadow Fiend in the middle lane, 4 for 6 and 5 for 5 on Nature's Prophet. At the moment, fairly even. Even though Shadow Fiend, as the souls start rolling in, he should have the advantage. Tiny got the bottle, so it was a bottle rush. Nothing. Not sure what he's gonna do with this bottle rush though, because It's not like he's gonna rune Horror. Ancient Apparition gets the haste rune, he's gonna protect it. He also has boots already, so that means more mobility on this Ancient Apparition. More right clicks going to be able to land on Ice. Fate is still hiding up in the trees. Chaos Knight also has the boost of speed, so 375 movement speed. And it looks like they want to go again on Ice. Ice is gonna hide in the trees. He will not be able to escape this time. 2-second stun. And this time it's Wisp actually taking it down the tower. He's gonna go down again. Bad control from the Radiant side. He didn't switch the aggro from himself to, for example, the Chaos Knight. And it's gonna be XY coming down on this bottom lane. He is level 5, so he's gonna be fine. Chaos Knight is only level 3, so it's very unlikely that the Tiny will go down to anyone here, especially since Ancient Apparition is kind of low on health. And we see that in the mid lane, it's shading low sword below. Nature Prophet actually dealing a lot of damage with the trance. And the fact that Tiny left the top lane means that the Freedom will have a bit of farm here. XY gives the lane back to S-Ice. And he's gonna go in the middle lane. I think he's gonna be scouting for runes, but the runes have already been taken. He's just gonna walk back to the top lane, so it takes him a good amount of time, and it's gonna hurt his farm quite a bit. So in this top lane, we have Windrunner still level 1 when you compare this to Lone Druid, who's level 4 already. And it looks like Tiny is just wrapping around. He wants to get a kill. 9-3 is not aware of this, but Tiny will just back off. No, or is he? He's not backing off. He's gonna go, but Windrunner very, very safely. Oh, it's gonna be a snipe on the courier. Well played by A. Zenith A, seeing that the courier survives with 1 HP. Oh, this was so close. It would have been so worth it by A. Nice decision, by the way. He saw the courier delivering an item, and he goes in directly after the courier, almost killing it. But oh, Freedom might be in trouble here. He has boots, so he will be able to just walk away. And now it is going to be Ancient Apparition in trouble. Throwing the Nyx Assassin onto the Ancient Apparition to give the stun, and this is well played. So they were way too far away for the Ancient Apparition for the Nyx Assassin to stun, or the Avalanche, and this way Tiny actually throws the Nyx Assassin. 9-3 missing the deny here, although there's no dire hero to attack this tower. So a bit of a blunder, I must say. Shadow Fiend now, say 17 last hit, 18 last hits, 14 for Nature Prophet. So starting to widen the gap. We see A going for the mechanism, so going for the team fight items. Not going for the early, for example, Dagon or anything. You might say, you know, Dagon, this is an item that pros never do, but it is in fact an item that is a good choice on Nature Prophet against certain teams, such as this lineup right here. Because look at this: Squishy A, Squishy Wisp, Squishy Windrunner, and Squishy Shadow Fiend. If A gets an early Dagon, he just TPs in any gank, and this is like an instant 400 damage coming up on the target. We see Nyx Assassin is going to find a DD rune, is going to give it to XY. XY has the face boots as well, and XY, is he looking for a kill? He is going to go onto this Windrunner. Windrunner, who is trying to farm up. Is she going to... Yeah, she's backing off. Oh, it might not be... Oh, it's okay. Tiny actually goes for the top instead of the bottom, so she will not be spotted. In the middle line, Nyx Assassin getting some experience, some levels. And who's in the jungle? We have A going in the jungle now, leaving the mid lane for this Nyx Assassin to get some experience, some levels, to get his level 6. Lone Druid is almost level 6 as well. He's not doing so great. Where's the bear actually? The bear did the bear die? Oh no, the bear is actually getting microed here to pull the creeps around. And if you're wondering what he's doing, he's delaying the creeps, so the creep will stack with another creep spawn. And that will make it so the lane will push innately. Chaos Knight. The tower is actually taking a lot of damage as well by doing this. In the mid lane, Shadow Fiend 30 for 20 now, so he's definitely shooting up ahead. Chaos Knight 29 creep kills, Tiny 27, A 24, and we have Rubik at 17. I hear a spike carpet going on. Maybe afraid that Shadow Fiend was going to go on him. There goes the Sentry Ward, making sure that even when level 6 Nyx Assassin won't be able to find the Shadow Fiend without getting alarmed. Now we see A is only 600 gold away from the mechanism. It is 8 minutes in. We have tiny face boots and nothing else. Oops. And then N3 is going to get spotted, but at the moment, pretty passive play from both sides. The bear is really making a huge stack of creeps.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Unfortunately for him, some creeps actually go this way, and some creeps actually go to the jungle, so it's not stacking so well. And ISS still hiding in the forest, sending back the bear to heal. He doesn't want to resummon it. He knows that if he resummon it, this is 140 seconds without bear, so it's a bit risky. Rubik, almost level 6, has the arcane boots. Nyx Assassin also have arcane boots, so those two supports with arcane boots are actually huge because they will have almost unlimited mana to spam, and this is going to also help Tiny in those engagements. So we have unlimited stuns, unlimited Fate Bolt into the telekinesis, and now the huge creep waves coming in. But it looks like Jonet will want to take advantage of this. They will try to dive, and he is running in, but it is a trap. Chaos Knight is going to get levitated into the air, stunned, and now Chaos Knight is very low on health, taking tower damage. Tiny coming in as well. There it goes, the toss, killing up the Wisp, and now Windrunner trying to run away. We have X Freedom who stole the tether. He's going to be fast enough to catch up to this Windrunner, and this is the only Ancient Apparition getting away with a TP, I guess?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, again, a bit of a blunder. Well played by Zenith, baiting up the Jonet side, and Tiny's coming in from behind.
Radiant's bottom
There's a
tower
TP coming in. It is going to be Chaos Belt finding up Tiny. He's going to get fogged though, so not able to find him anymore. 380 movement speed against 340. Tiny is going to get thrown back, and he's going to land a avalanche of his own. DD Rune is going to get found by the Chaos Knight, not by Tiny. And we have Nyx Assassin going invisible. Now Freedom actually tethering his ally Tiny. And Lux might be looking for a kill. He is going to go straight on Ancient Apparition with the Spike Carapace. He's going to stun the Chaos Knight. He is almost killing up the Chaos Knight, the Ancient Apparition, but the Ancient Apparition stays alive. And Nyx Assassin is going to be thrown in. He's going to take the kill on this Ancient Apparition, but he is almost dead. Has one Spike Carapace, and he's going to use it. He is still alive. No, he's going to get sniped. And now we see the Bear Lone Druid still in the fight. He's going to get shackled, and now he's going to go down as well. So 2 for 1 in the end. Not a very good trade, especially since Ice was the one dying on the Dire side. I mean, trading with Nyx for an Ancient Apparition is okay because both of them are supports. But having the Lone Druid falling off too is quite a shame. Especially considering that this is an offline Lone Druid, so he's not farming that well. So every second that he spends dead is going to hurt him a lot. Ancient Apparition has boots and nothing else. Chaos Knight has a power trits. Let's see if he goes for Drum or if he goes straight for the BKB. Windrunner has pretty much nothing, and I hear the Nyx Assassin ultimate going off. Shadow Fiend has a power trits as well. So not going for the phase drum that we saw sometimes on the Shadow Fiends. Lux is going to find Chaos Knight, and is he going to go for it? It looks like he is not. So he's going to get spotted now, and he's just going to walk away. I'm not going to use any spells. So Rubik now going already with the Gem of True Sight. So running around with the Gem of True Sight might be a bit dangerous. If he dies, it's going to be hurting Nyx Assassin a lot, this Gem of True Sight. But in the meantime, he's also counter-warding, so hurting the Radiant side by taking down their wards, by taking down map vision, and by making them more afraid of the ganks, especially since there's a Nyx Assassin and a Nature Prophet with it. Nature Prophet, who actually finished the mechanism as well, and who is in the middle of nowhere. Tiny is in the middle of nowhere, but he has a haste rune, so he'll be able to walk away, no problem. He's gonna go by a Observer ward, but they see that he has haste. Lux using his stun to form up the neutrals a bit. Now level 7, so he has his maximum burst already. Rubik same. Has a level 4 into Fate Bolt. Tiny have 4-4, not a point yet in the grow. We see a Drum of Endurance picked up by Tiny. Tiny's gonna get brought back, stunned again, 2 second stun only. XY might be able to do something. He's gonna use a stun, the mechanism saves him. XY has to walk off, or he's gonna get frost, and he's gonna be able to escape with his life. Contrast player still in the mid lane, he's gonna get stunned, and what is it that is stolen? It's gonna be the Shadow Rays, so the long range Shadow Range. Gem dropped by the next assassin, given back to Rubik. And the Radiant side a bit doing right now. They're doing a 4-man push mid. They're not doing anything. Oh, Windrunner trying to escape, and she will not be able to do anything. There comes the Nature Prophet. Gonna use a Sprout. Windrunner has still some tangles, but one right click from Tiny, and this is a big slap with 120 damage. Tiny actually not going. Oh yeah, he does manage to take the grow now. I was a. Oops. They found the Lone Druid there again. They really want him. 3-second stun with the ice. Hold feet up. He's stunned from the tether again, and the bear's gonna go down in the end. So 100 gold going the way of. I think it was Chaos Knight killing up this bear. So let's take a look at the experience graph. 5k gold graph, 5k as well, so Zenith definitely in the lead right now. Nick Sasson getting Wisp in the mid lane, snapping off this poor support. Windrunner definitely trying to get her mechanism. Shadowfiend going straight for a BKB. Chaos Knight building up a Bracer and a Magic Wand before going for the BKB. Actually, I'm not really sure he wants to go for the BKB yet, I'm just saying that. We have Lone Druid stacking up the Ancient. He is going for the. It looks like he's going to go for the Radiance due to the fact that, well, he has a lot of gold saved up. Usually, those who go for a fast, for example, Mjolnir or Maelstrom, will get an early Glava Face, just so the Spirit Bear gets some more entangles. Windrunner and Shadowfiend trying to take down this middle tower. Ultimate from the Nature Prophet's going to bounce around, push them back. And in the bottom lane, it looks like Ice has been going a bit too far in. And there comes the TP from the Nature Prophet. Is that going to be enough? He's using the mechanism already. And it looks like they are going to stop this. They are not sure, and no communication going the way of Jonad. Now we see Chaos Knight actually getting pushed back and entangled. And are they going to be able to escape? It looks like they are a bit too fast for the Dire to catch up. And yeah, they're going to give up the chase, but in the end, ISS surviving here. And Nature Prophet's going to go back to the base. Now we see XY trying to find Shadowfiend. Shadowfiend will go down, throwing up the next assassin. Next assassin, one more right click. Gonna use the maneuver for that, making sure that he doesn't get away. XY gonna punch the poor Wiz to death. Right now, he's punching for 180 damage per hit. And he's working towards his Aghanim now. We see A going for the Void Stone, very likely to rush up for a Sheep Stick. Usually you see a Void Stone up on people who want to go Sheep Stick, not really for anything else. I mean, what else can you go and buy with a Void Stone? Nothing much except for, well, let's see. So you can buy the Perseverance into a Lincoln Sphere, a Sight of Vice, or a Yule Scepter. Or maybe a Bloodstone, but in any case, Nature Prophet usually will not go for those items. XY taking down the power, and TP not cancelled by Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight 3-second stun, landed on Tiny, and Tiny's not taking a lot of damage. In fact, Chaos Knight is taking way more damage than his ally, than his enemy, I mean. And Nature Prophet, oh, the Shackle landing on 2. Tiny is gonna get frosted as well. Nature Prophet is gonna fall down. And XY very low on health. Now we see X-Freedom turning around. Huntrash player is going to get the kill with the raise in the back of the play. We see Nyx Assassin getting the kill on the Chaos Knight as well as the Ancient Apparition due to the Spike Carpets. But in the end, Shadowfiend gets the kill on this Nyx Assassin, while Freedom gets the kill on the Wisp. And a lot of back and forth action, 3-4-3 in the end, with 2 surviving on each side, Windrunner and Shadowfiend on one, and Rubik as well as Lone Druid, who's just pushing on the bottom lane, by the way, on the other. So this is going to be another tower going the way of Zenith. Zenith only having 1 tower down, and the Radiant having 1, 2, 3, 4. Jonet lost already 4 towers. This is a huge amount of gold, especially when you consider that they also have 7 kills. Zenith has 7 kills advantage, going the way 7.5k gold and experience advantage now. And now Tiny getting closer and closer to this Aghanim Scepter, and he's gonna hurt a lot afterwards. Lone Druid almost up to his Radiance as well, so it's gonna be a 20-minute Radiance. Not too shabby, considering that he was a offlane with Lone Druid. Nyx Assassin even going, it looks like he's going for the Dagon, so maximizing the damage, wanting to take down the supports as fast as possible. Here comes the TP. Nature Prophet got hit by the Enchanted Version ultimate, and that is the signal for him to go down with the Chaos Knight and the Wisp. TP coming in. There's the Nyx Assassin as well as the Rubik. Nyx Assassin's going to try to scout out an enemy. He's level 11, so has a bit more. Oh, 9 and 3 might be a juicy target here, but she has the mechanism. I'm not really sure he will be able to take down the Windrunner in one combo. 9 and 3 still running around. Lux hesitating at the moment. We have XY coming in as well, and it might be the only thing that he needed to go in on the Windrunner, and he's gonna go on Windrunner. Now with the stun coming from Tiny, it's gonna be enough. And the Enchanted Version flying up. Was it flying up? It looks like it was, but didn't hit anything, and the sound didn't even play.
Top tower is under attack.
Freedom and Nyx Assassin looks walking around in the Radiant side, trying to see if they can find anyone. Ice farming up the entrance, and this is Radiance up on him, so, or should I say up on the bear. Now we see XY maybe looking for Roshan here, or are they? Not yet, at least. Haste Rune picked up. They're gonna hunt into the Radiant jungle, but the Radiant are very concerned right now. They are standing up, grouped as 4, and this, as I said earlier, is a lot of gold wasted, a lot of experience wasted. You're not farming up the jungle, you're not farming up the lane, you are standing around defensively behind one guy that is in your team, that is the only ones farming. And ooh, TP coming in. They want to get the bear. They are going to go on Lone Druid, are they? It's 4-second stuns, but now Wisp is going to go down, and Chaos Knight is just running away. A bit too eager to go in, and everyone from the Dire side was here for the support. Now XY will be able to catch up to this Chaos Knight. He will be stunned for 2 seconds. This will not be enough. He has a haste rune, and Domination, you are in a lot of trouble, sir. Gonna be thrown back to Lux. Lux is not stunning the right guy, but here comes A as well. And there goes our poor Chaos Knight. Actually, Nature Prophet going for the Staff of Wizardry. Not really sure what this is for, so it might be a Yule Scepter in the end, but I would be surprised. I mean, Yule Scepter doesn't give you so much. It gives you mobility, more movement speed. The XY has to be careful. Gonna get not shackled. The ultimate is not gonna land, and he's gonna be okay. Now the ultimate stolen by Rubik. This one is gonna land too. Here comes A, wanting to catch up someone, catching up the Windrunner, the tether, breaking up the trees, and there comes XY for revenge, and there goes 2 heroes already. Huntrash player landing the ultimate, not dealing a whole lot though. A taking a lot of damage. A might be going down. X Freedom trying to chase, and now we have Lux. Lux is looking for the kill. Shadow Fiend, very low on health. Here comes the stun. The bear burning down the Shadow Fiend, and Shadow Fiend is going to end up dying. Nyx Assassin. Oh, we see a Freedom thrown onto the Chaos Knight, and he will be able to use the telekinesis to levitate the poor target. A also coming from behind now. And it looks like Nature Prophet is going for a Force Staff right now, so Staff of Wizardry as well as Ring of Regen. More mobility again. Tiny has the Aghanim Scepter if he wants it now. Just has to deliver it. The tower is probably going to go down very quickly. Freedom has the Urn of Shadow now. Lux has the Dagon level 1. Shackle's gonna latch. So is the ultimate from AA, and Freedom might very well go down here. Lux as well. Lux is very low on health. No, he will not shatter. Oh, both will survive actually. And this is thanks to the low health pool of the Rubik. Remember that you shatter at a certain percent of HP, and since he only had 900 HP maximum, he was going to shatter at 90, but he was something like he ended up surviving with 110 HP. So that means if he had the Orc Club at that time, he could have been dead. Now, XY completed the Aghanim Scepter, and they may be going for Roshan. Looks like they will. XY not very quick with his attacks though. Bear coming in to lend some support. The Radiant, do they know that? It looks like even if they do know, they are not reacting. Done X1. Not even scouting with the ultimate. Scouting the jungle. There goes Roshan. And the Radiant may be looking for the fight right after. Prophet already TP'd on top lane. Lux is scouting invisible. There's a sentry ward though, so X1 will find him. And, well, he's going away from the sentry wards. Nyx Assassin standing around. God, he's happy right now that there wasn't a sentry ward playing on the ground, otherwise he would have been so dead. $700 gold on this Lone Druid. He did pick up the Hyperstone, so going for the very usual Radiance into the Esut Kiras. Tiny's coming in. He will find no one because it's nighttime and he doesn't see. And they are gonna find the Shadow Fiend right now, but Shadow Fiend in fact has the BKB. The Shackle is gonna land on 2. Nyx Assassin will fall. The Gem of Foresight on the ground. Now XY is turning around, and there goes the first hit. Don't want X1. Oh, one more right click. One more right click might be taking him down. The Chaos Knight running away though. We have again a very good Shackle Shot. This Windrunner being very on par with Shackle Shot. Tiny getting stunned 4 seconds. Tiny will fall, but he has the Aegis. He doesn't mind. The Bear burning down the Chaos Knight. The Chaos Knight will go down. One more right click. No, not even needed. And where is this Shadow Fiend? Shadow Fiend is escaping by behind. He's gonna use the TP scroll to make sure he's not getting cut by Tiny. And, well, 2 going down for the Dire side, plus an Aegis being consumed, so not so bad of a trade now here for the JoeNet side. It's still 10-24, and Zenith are having the advantage. 20k experience, 15k gold. JoeNet, a team that did compete earlier in some other Southeast Asian event. I think they were here in the GST, the GST Dota 2 tournament. Not the challenge, of course, but the regular brackets. And they may have been playing in a couple of Gozu Cup Asia as well. So Shadow Fiend now BKB completed, as we saw in the earlier fights. That did help him a lot, and got him a lot of kills as well. 9-3 has the mechanism completed. We have the Chaos Knight who has the Drum of Endurance, but the fact that he had Drum, that means that he didn't go straight for the BKB. In those fights, sometimes I think he wished he had the BKB, because with all the stuns flying around, with the Sun from Nyx Assassin, the Spy Carapace from Nyx Assassin, the Avalanche Toss from the Tiny, not to mention the Sprout from the Nature's Prophet, and the Levitation from Rubik, who can also steal your Chaos Bolt. Lux is going to go on to the Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight is going to get stunned, and now the Bear is running in very aggressively. Chaos Knight will fall down. We see that Nyx Assassin with this level 1 Dagon, even if he's support, it's no joke. Level 15, almost level 16, and when he will be level 16, the burst damage is going to be even more insane. The 2 supports here are level 10 and 8. When you compare that to the 2 supports of the Dire, they have level 12 and 15. Nyx Assassin really getting a lot here, accomplished 7-3-7. The Bear just burning down everyone and not giving a crap about the enemies. Shadow Fiend decided to go for a Shadow Blade, so more movement speed as well as attack speed and damage. That also means if they don't have vision, they don't have sentries or dust, they will be maybe missing a kill or 2 on the Shadow Fiend.
Warriors of the wood.
Nature Prophet now trying to complete these Sheepstick now. So Ultimate Orb, Void Stone. He still needs 1.8k gold. XY going for the Yasha. So probably the Menta Tiny now. Oh, TP coming up. But he's gonna see that, paying attention, and then just gonna walk away. Nature Prophet making sure that he TPs to see if his ally needs the help, and then cancelling it when he sees that the enemies are not gonna chase down the Tiny. And SSS now. He has the Yasuo Cuirass. What else is flying in? It's gonna be another gem. 177 gold, 177 creep kills for the Shadow Fiend, but only 75 for this Chaos Knight. This is horrible for Chaos Knight. He's really not having a good game. XY just wrecking everything. He has so much movement speed. Whenever he pops the phase boots, you see that he's going at 522 move speed. So this is basically haste on demand with the phase boots. Except that you can still get slowed down, which you can. Now Lone Druid's gonna get caught, but they are turning this around. Chaos Knight taking way more damage than Chaos Knight does, and now Tiny still trying to kill off everyone. The Shackle Shot's not gonna latch this time. What is stolen? It's gonna be Shackle Shot that is stolen, and it's not gonna land on anyone. Windrunner. Oh yes, actually Windrunner getting caught here. She's gonna get killed. One more right click, and puff goes the poor Windrunner. XY still chasing up, and so is Ice. Lone Druid, who has the Gem of True Sight, so who can see anyone who's invisible. And there goes the tower. I mean, this is a tiny Aghanim Tiny we're talking about. Aghanim Tiny with the Lone Druid, and with the Leshrac are heroes that can really punish you if you lose a team fight, because they just push the tower so fast. Like a Lycanthrope, if you lose a team fight, your lane is probably going to get destroyed if you don't have any buybacks, which they don't right now. So Tiny just giving all the barracks a good whack, and Chaos Knight stuns. Not gonna do whole lot. Chaos Knight is very poor, as I said earlier. He only have drums and partridges, as well as Magic Wand, and as far as that goes, but you see that every time he goes on someone, he's just the one to back off first, because he's forced to back. He knows he can't survive. Oh, we see that actually the Chaos Knight is going to be soloed down by Nyx Assassin here. Nyx Assassin, who also bought an Urn of Shadow, giving a bit more mana regen as well as a bit more strength, so more HP. Nature Prophets keep on split pushing. He has the Mental Style, not Mental Style, the Sheepstick if he wants it. Rubik going for a BKB, it seems. Lone Druid completed Vladimir Offering, so 5 more armor. 2 Ring of Protection on that bear. Okay, why not? I mean, it's fairly odd, but Tiny 460 movement speed, now with the Mental Style completed. And they're going in. They're going in. The tower taking so much damage just from the illusions.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Illusion going down on Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend getting chain stunned by the passive of the Tiny. And the top tower, the top Rice is already down. Now they're going to go on this this poor Chaos Knight getting absolutely demolished by the Tiny. And now goes the Shadow Fiend as well. This Tiny just getting a triple kill, and GG is called. GG called by JoeNet. They had absolutely no chance versus the big giant Zenith, and Zenith really showing them how to play Tiny, showing them that the Tiny doesn't necessarily need the Wisp to pound a CK Wisp. And there we go, disconnection coming from JoeNet's side. So as usual, thank you guys for watching. If you like, please consider subscribing or sum up the video as well as comment. For those who actually, there has been some comment on the fact that I was uneasy talking in the game. Casting is not a problem for me anymore, but I'm still not a native English speaker, so my vocabulary as well as my speech might be a bit weird, and it might sound a bit, awkward. So I apologize for this, guys, and I hope I will improve with time. And as usual, thank you for watching. I really enjoy having live viewers. So see you guys, and I'll bring another video sometime soon. Bye.